Good afternoon and welcome to the first edition of the Labour Law Connect that we have started. This is going to be a monthly webinar that we are going to conduct in the first week of between 28th of a month to 5th of the subsequent month. This would essentially look to cover all the labour law changes, all the labour law notifications of the previous month. Idea is for our experts to drill down on these notifications, give some more insights, and answer any questions that our clients can potentially have in regards to this. Quick introduction to myself first, and then I will introduce my organization and my fellow panelists. My name is Utya. I have rejoined TeamLease for my second stint. I hold the position of a vice president here, and I manage multiple functions. I've spent about 16 years in the HR outsourcing space, dealing with multiple different products and services such as HRMS, payroll, background screening, compliance, staffing, amongst many others. I am joined by my colleagues here today, the real experts on the call. Ladies first, I would like to introduce Yashashri from our Pune office, who's actually does the research and puts this whole presentation together. She has a BA LLB and an LLM from Pune University. She's one of the younger but one of the most enthusiastic members of our team today. Joining him is Havyas, who has worked for more than 15 years in the labor and compliance space. In addition to the legal experience and education that he actually carries, he also has a master's degree in social work. All three of us represent TeamLease Regtech, which is a subsidiary of TeamLease Services Limited, a public listed organization. TeamLease Regtech Private Limited was earlier known as Avantis and was invested into by TeamLease about 10 years ago, 8 to 9 years ago to be very, very precise. We have two different verticals. We use cutting edge technology to drive two of our verticals. One is tech-driven services, wherein we provide labor law, compliance services, retirals and benefits, administration and advisory, and employee health and safety related services. The EHS is a recent addition to our portfolio, wherein we do manage multiple advisory, consulting, licensing, audits, amongst many, many others. The Regtech's crown jewel remains their tech business, which is their legacy business, wherein they provide SaaS services on law of the land as well as on secretarial services, amongst many other compliance services. That is a purely software technology driven part of our business. Now over to this in regards to the Labour Law Connect. So this is essentially topics that we would look to cover later today. We would first go through the regulatory changes in September, both from a central laws standpoint and from a state-specific updates that are there. We would look at the upcoming compliances for the month of October, and we will have a round of question and answers as well towards the last 10 minutes of the call. This is the first of a series of webinars. The next one is tentatively scheduled for 3rd of November, and the next one is the one in December would be tentatively scheduled for 2nd of December. We had to delay this particular webinar because of the holidays, and since this was the first one, we wanted to be a little additionally prepared for this. Coming to the overall notifications, you see some numbers on the screen. Let's see if we can make some sense out of these numbers. We published about 71 notifications overall. If some of you have missed out on these notifications or your emails are not receiving these notifications, please use the chat window to put in your emails and we will add them to our mailing list. Out of these notifications, we will not be able to cover all 71 notifications because a lot of these don't make sense for our clientele. And this is very specific to our clients and prospect base that we have. We will be covering about 26 of these major notifications in great detail today. Now, these notifications are tracked through about by scanning about 22,000 plus regulatory websites, including about 179 specific labor specific sources. So we ensure that no update is missed. That is the motto with which the legal team works on. With that, I would want to hand it over to Havyas mainly and Yashashri to support him in taking you through the presentation. Thank you. Havyas, over to you, please.
Thank you, Tia, for the warm welcome. I also thank all the attendees who have joined today for today's webinar. Let us start with union level updates as per our agenda. The first act, we are looking Apprenticeship Act Expansion Pan India. As you are aware about that, Apprenticeship Act would be applicable to every establishment if you are having more than 30 employees, includes contract employees. Now, the government extending the applicability of the apprenticeship to all the industry type, including agriculture to IT. So this creates many more opportunity for skill development. So now it applies to almost 347 industry groups across all sectors. Previously, there was a notification, some of the industries got exempted from the applicability of the Apprenticeship Act. Now the compliance under the Apprenticeship Act will be continued as it is. There are no changes on that. There are two more notification again under Apprenticeship Act 1961. One is Vopter stipend continuation. The government share of the founding or apprenticeship stipends will remain at current levels for now. So the company should continue paying Apprenticeship Act as it is. And also one more, the Premium Government Research Institute is innovating application. This is giving more opportunity for mechanical engineering fields. Yashasri, you want to add anything here?
Yeah. So, India Council of Scientific and Industrial Research Center has introduced, as you said, for mechanical engineers. Then institutes have invited application for the program. Like this has given opportunity to the engineers also to participate and get hands-on experience on whatever skills they require from the experience they need. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. So this is a notification we have received by the EPFO. This is a more benefit for an employee. If any employee leaving a job and his employer has not paid their full PF, what was happening? He could not able to get his EPF contribution while going for withdrawal. Now the EPF allow immediately, and EPFO verify the balance of the member account, and they will pay whatever amount is available. They will pay to the employee. Utya, you want to add something here?
Thanks, Havyas. Yeah, sure. So this is now actually correcting a decades-long problem that the EPFO had. Earlier, my employer deducts my EPF and doesn't pay, doesn't do the remittance. I am stuck. Today, essentially, the EPFO is saying that they are freeing me of that problem, that liability. They will take care of my they will take care of my claim, they will settle my claim, they will give me my transfer, they will do all of that while they independently pursue the employer for the remittances not received. One of the impacts that we do see happening is even harsher penalties and damages being imposed by the EPFO in the upcoming days. on delinquent employers. So this is something that has to be taken clear note of. Back to you, Havyas, to take them through the other notifications.
So you could see the old problem, and also we have mentioned the new solution. So goes to the next slide. This is the one of the major update happened recently by EPFO. EPFO has completely revamped the ECR system. So some of the key features as per the new ECR, one is the system provides for the segregation of return submission process from the payment generation process. The new platform includes system-based validation, and separate provision will be available for the interest and damages. Now the system will calculate automatically for interest and damages. There are no changes in the format of ECR. At the current system, what is happening? System did not check the EPFO EPS contribution if any employer will contribute after 58 years. As per the new ECR, it will not allow an employer to make the remittance after 58 years for any employee. Because of previously, most of the employers getting erroneous message because of the EPS contribution happened after 58 years. And also, whosoever joined after 1st September 2014, and if their wages is more than 15,000, ideally pension scheme would not be applicable for them. The system, now the current system, it is allowing to an employer make the remittance, but however in the revised ECR, the system will flag those accounts and it will indicate to the employer. This is one of the good initiative by the EPFO. However, we can say this is in testing stage because you might be facing a lot of problem because this is newly initiated. We have to see how it will go after completion of 1 month payment. Maybe we can see the challenges. We are also communicating with the EPF commissioners. We are also seeking a lot of clarification from them. But however, this is a good initiative taken by the EPFO. This is a EPFO ECR related notification again. Now, employee, the process of correction has been rectified by the EPFO by filing the revised supplementary ECR. Yashasri, you want to add something here?
Yes. For all the employers here, this is a critical digital compliance update basically. So EPFO electronic challan cum return portal has been revamped as you previously mentioned. There are now strict validation that the system will now have more build-up check-ins to prevent error while feeding in the information. Person cannot skip on the months. Like if you file you have to file for the subsequent month accordingly. Like if you cannot file for April if you have skipped March. And filing return and making payments are two different categories now in the portal given there. So also there are scenarios which are given here. If employee is skipped, a supplementary return can be filed accordingly. Wrong salary is filed, revised return can be filed accordingly. So I'll try to give an example for better explanation. If an employee leaves the company in March and he is not marked as exited over there while filing March return, the system will not allow you to file in the April itself, forcing you to keep records updated and accurate. So this is a major push towards stricter and more transparent digital compliance overall. Back to you, sir.
Thank you. So this is one more notification released by the EPFO with regards to Form K, Annexure K. So first of all, we need to understand what is Annexure K. Ideally, Annexure K will be used for transfer the account, PF account, one employer to another. It contains the PF balance, employee, date of joining, date of leaving, tax deduction. All the information are available under Annexure K. Before previous EPFO department, they used to create the annexure K. Now, uh, this annexure K, it is available under the in the employee portal. So any employee can download the annexure K by logging into the employee portal. So this is eliminating physical paperwork and also speed up the process. So this is makes more transparency, and uh, employee will employee can see the uh, information real time basis. So next notification from the ESAC Spree Scheme 2025. The ESAC recently has released Spree 2025. This is the one-time opportunity for both employee and employer. So as per the scheme, whosoever not enrolled to the ESAC, any employer or employee, so they have given the opportunity to enroll period between 1st July 2025 to 31st December 2025. So retrospectively they can register without having any interest on damages. Now ESAC field office staff now have a mobile app, and they have to visit to the employers and by logging into the mobile app and helping the organization for better track, and they have to give the awareness to the all the employers, and whatever communication happened between ESAC officers and establishment, that will be tracked digitally through this app. So this is again comes under OSH code for Pan India. Now under the OSH code, the rules have been proposed for factories, mines and docks and construction sites for including some facilities like canteen, crutches and safety. Yashasri, you want to add anything here?
Yes. So they have given this common mandate, sir, about the crutches, which have 50 plus workers. Canteen, where 100 plus workers are working. First aid and emergency drills are also made mandatory. So let's take an example where the construction company has 120 workers, including 15 women, should have canteen and specified on-site facilities on-site. And this is all introduced to bring consistency to and ensure the basic standard of welfare across the hazardous industry specifically. A major step towards worker safety and welfare overall. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Yashasri. Move on to the next slide. So this is again from the dock workers rules. It is in a draft stage. So recently a detailed new set of safety rules, especially for the dock and port workers, has been released. So some of the key details of safety equipments and air quality and welfare facilities and emergency drills brought under the draft rules. Yashasri, want to add something here?
Yes, sir. Thank you. So, workers, as you have described, workers must be provided with anti-skid shoes to prevent fall before entering into the confined space like ship's cargo hold. The air quality there is dangerous, and that must be tested and certified as safe first before entering into that. And quarterly emergency drills are now made mandatory under these rules. So let's take an example here also. The workers are asked to unload goods on the ship's hold. The new rule clarifies that a supervisor must first get the safe to enter certificate from competent authority or a person that checks whether the toxic gases are there or not. And also, the workers can now refuse to enter until this certification and entire process is done. This is a revolution to make high-risk industry safe now. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Yashasri. Move on to the next slide. So this is the slide related to Pan India based applicable updates. So first notification from the central government, the list of official holidays for all central government offices in 2026 has been announced. However, this notification would be applicable only for central government offices. However, state government yet to be notified. Once we get the notification from the respective state government, we will circulate the same. The second one, the Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority has revised the fee structure for central record keeping agencies effective from 1st October 2025. Yashasri, you want to add something on this notification?
Thank you, sir. So for the cost of opening and maintaining the pension, national pension system accounts have been standardized and capped. It has made the maximum amount to be paid is now rupees 18 only, which is making it affordable and accessible to every other person who wants to create an account there. This is a minor update, but bringing a positive impact in individual welfare, like for everyone. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. So now we have completed with the central updates. Now we are moving to state-specific updates. This is the major update from the Kolkata Municipality Corporation. So as per the circular, all the shops and establishment in Kolkata must have their signboard written in Bengali with the Bengal text displayed at the top in a prominent size. So for this completion of this activity or compliance, the deadline has been given till 30th of 2025. Utia, you want to add something here?
Yeah, sure. Why not? So the deadline is 30th of September, but anyone who has an establishment in West Bengal, I think it is better that we keep updating our signboards. Now the other thing is we've already seen something similar happen in Karnataka, where there was a notification given. This is part of I think Maharashtra already has this rule in the Shops and Establishment Act. We do see some more states coming up with similar notifications, namely probably Tamil Nadu and Gujarat. Maybe two other states which may come up with this notification in the near future. So for organizations which are based in such states, you may want to consider upgrading your signages. Avyas, back to you.
Thank you, Dhya. So this is one more updated by the Karnataka state government. So Karnataka Shop and Establishment Act Amendment Rules 2025. So as still it's in draft stage, the notification has been released 11 September 2025, and they are expecting all the suggestions from and objection from the public before October 11th. As per the draft amendment, the establishment, those who are having less than 10 employees, they are completely exempted from the Rule 24 of the Karnataka Shop and Establishment Rules. So what Rule 24 says? Rule 24 talks about display of notices, maintenance of register and returns under the Karnataka Shop and Establishment Rules. So it means if any establishment having less than 10 employees, then they are not required to maintain Form T, and they're not required to issue Form Q appointment order. They're not required to display of notices in Form P, and they're not required to submit the annual returns in Form U. The second one is Karnataka Gig Workers Act. So recently Karnataka has introduced a Gig Workers Act. Now who is a gig workers? So those who are having traditional employee and employer relationship, those, and also they are in unorganized sector. So this gig workers platform giving social security to those kind of employees, and also it's stating that all the platforms must contribute 1 to 5% of each transaction of a welfare fund. And the key elements here, each gig workers and platform has to be registered with the board, and all the social security benefit has been extended to such workers. This is a minor amendment happened under Andhra Pradesh Factory Rules. So the Factory Act now uses more precise language, explicitly naming pregnant women and lactating mothers. So when referring to specific welfare facilities like a crutches, so to avoid the future complications. Again, in Kerala, factory working hours redefined, especially for fish carrying industry. So women who are working in fish carrying industry, the maximum working hour has been extended, and also women can work night shift with free transport facilities. So this is one more update from the Telangana state government. The motor transport industry has been declared as an essential service in the state of Telangana. Yashasri, you want to add something here?
Sure, sir. Thank you. So, the motor transport has been declared as essential service for 6 months. This has done to prevent sudden strikes that happen. Though this is a minor change, this has brought the operational stability in short. This declaration is done under Industrial Dispute Act. Thus, we have brought it here in front of you. So this is a central law which governs how disputes of the employers and employee will be resolved overall. Before going on strike, the workers has to give proper notice about the strike, and they'll get a cooling period of 14 days. That will also prevent the disruption of the operations that might happen if this was not an essential service first added. So that's it. Over to you again, sir.
Thank you, Yashasri. So next notification released by the Punjab state government for the there was an amendment happened for Punjab Shop and Establishment Act. So as per the amendment, the now Punjab Shop and Establishment Act would be applicable if you are having more than 20 employees. If any establishment having less than 20 employees, they have to intimate to the labor department. And also there are a couple of amendments happened under the working hours. The working hours has been changed to 9 to 10 hours, and spread over hour has been changed from 10 to 12 hours. And minimum penalty has been increased to 30,000. This is again a notification by the Punjab. So minimum wages rates for all the workers categories in Patiala district especially, so have been revised to effective from March 1, 2025. But now they are covering unskilled workers, semi-skilled workers, and skilled workers and highly skilled workers. Again, Chandigarh minimum wages revision for contingent staff. So all contingent employees across Chandigarh departments, including sweepers, peons, and temporary government staff, the minimum wages has been notified effective from 1st April 2025 from 31st March 2026. This is a notification released by the Chandigarh Labour Department. So here Chandigarh has introduced comprehensive draft rules to protect child from exploitation with special safeguards for child artists. So as per the notification, now the child artist limited to 5 hours per day. They can work only for 5 hours, and 20% of earnings secured for fixed deposit. And after attaining of 18 years of age, they can take that amount. This is a notification from the Haryana Building and Other Construction Board. So now the Haryana Welfare Board has clarified priority processing for critical benefits, ensuring family receive support when they need it most. So Yashasri, you want to add something here?
Sure, sir. I would like to clarify first that these benefits, the other benefits were paused. The processing of these benefits were paused. However, serious claims where death or serious injuries, disabilities comes into picture, they have prioritized this and has given a clear notification that families will be provided with the amount and and support, whatever financial support is required will be given, even though other benefits are being paused. So this is from the welfare board itself, a major worker welfare initiative, I would say. Over to you, sir, again.
Thank you, Shashri. This is notification released by the Delhi government with regards to Social Security Code. This is draft rules. The draft rules has been released, and they are seeking suggestions from the and objection from the business and workers. The deadline has been given till September 25th, 2025. So now they have already finalized the draft rules now, and also it is available in their official portal. This is a notification under the Child Labour Act released by the Gujarat. So as per the notification, Gujarat has taken the major initiative for child labour free action plan. This is one: prevention, rehabilitation, and strengthened rescue and clear accountability. Yashasri, want to add something here?
Sure, sir. So this is about, as you have rightly described, this is about a Gujarat who has launched a comprehensive action plan for a state child labor free state, in short. This focuses on preventing children from working, rehabilitating to those who are rescued, and then defining a clear accountability across all the government departments throughout the state. So preventing their families from sending children to the work and supporting the families financially is their first motive, and later on giving these children a proper skill and training development for future growth is also added in their action plan together. So this is, they have come up with the detailed draft right now. Later on, the government has also bifurcated or segregated their responsibility towards each department, handing over and looking forward to cut down the labor, child labor specifically, throughout all the industries in the state. So back to you, sir.
Thank you, Shashi. So now we have completed the notification which has been released in the month of September. Now we are moving to review on the compliance calendar for the month of October 2025. So we have prepared a compliance calendar. As per the calendar, we have covered core all India compliances, state-specific taxes, and periodic returns. Under core all India compliances, we have covered PF, ESS, and gratuity tax, and we have covered state-specific professional tax and labor welfare fund, and also we have covered quarterly, half-yearly, and annual returns under the various act. In October 2025, before 15th, we need to remit ESS and PF, and also we need to file IW returns if you are having international worker. If you are not having international worker, you need to file the nil returns. And also we need to file EDLA returns if any establishment has taken the EDLA exemption, and employer must file the EDLA return in Form 7IF before 25th of October. And also quarterly returns has to be submitted under Employment Exchange Act in Form ER1. Again, we have mentioned here under ESS Act, monthly contribution has to be made before 15, and EPF monthly contribution again 15th of October. International workers returns has to be filed before 15th of October, and EDLA exempted establishment has to be filed EDLA returns in Form 7IF before 25th of October. Also, we have mentioned the professional tax compliances need to be complied in the month of October. You can see in the state of Andhra Pradesh, the monthly remittance has to be made before 10th of October. Karnataka, Telangana, Maharashtra, West Bengal, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Orissa, Punjab, Assam, Sikkim, Jharkhand, and also for the state of Manipur, Meghalaya, and Tripura has to be completed in the month of October 2025. Also, in the month of October, we need to comply under Labor Welfare Fund. Labor Welfare Fund under the Labor Welfare Fund remittance in the state of Punjab, Haryana, Chandigarh, and Kerala, we need to file the Labor Welfare Fund remittance in this particular month. The deadline has given in the slide. And also, we have mentioned this state-specific and periodic returns. In the state of Goa and Dadra Nagar Haveli, the quarterly returns has to be filed under the Shop and Establishment Act in Form 19. The due date will be before 10th of October. And in West Bengal, under the Factory Act, quarterly returns has to be submitted in Form 23A on or before 15th of October. Utya, we have reached to end of the presentation. Over to you.
Sure. Thank you, Havyas. I think we finished this a little ahead of time here. I will request you and Yasha Shri to have a look at the questions. We are getting a steady flow of questions coming in. Please have a look at the questions, and whatever questions you can answer, please answer right away on the call itself. If there are questions that you cannot answer or you need to research, get a little more clarity, then let's call out that we will need to get some more clarity and then only answer it. But please go through the questions and let's see if we can answer some of these right now.
Yeah, thanks, Sutya. I would like to answer Ganesh your question regarding the payment reconciliation process. So, very first, the payment successful remitted is on 8th October, but hasn't reflected it, is your question, right? So, confirmation of payment status is immediate action which you should be doing, checking on your bank statement or portal, getting CI and Chalan identification number or bank reference number, anyway. If it is not reflecting within 24 to 72 hours, a standard delay is actually mentioned there, that 1 to 3 business days delay is generally observed. It depends on weekends and holidays also. So let's check that also before escalating. And to escalate the issue, if delay is again continuous, EFO grievance mechanism is also there, I-grievance management system portal. So you can select a category over there, Chalan or non-updation of payment, and then provide details of your Chalan receipt or etc. And then also contact your bank for same. I hope I have answered your question.
So I'll pick up Virupaksha question. This is regarding Karnataka state amendment going to happen under the Karnataka Shop and Establishment rules. So he's asking if he deploys less than 10 resource in client place, need to not maintain Form T in other document. Yes, as per the notification, if you are having less than 10 employees, it is the headcount will fetch from your establishment count. Okay, when you are registering under the Shop and Establishment Act, your overall headcount, okay, is coming less than 10 employees, then you are not required to maintain Form T. Otherwise, you need continue to maintain Form T, because that 10 employees resources, they'll become the contract employees in other establishment. So for this applicability, we need to take the headcount from the overall establishment headcount as mentioned in the Shop and Establishment Registration Certificate.
There's a second part to that question, Havyas. What about our vendors if they are supplying manpower less than 10? Not sure.
This is vice versa. If the vendor is supplying manpower to your establishment, you will become the principal employer, vendor will become the contractor. So if overall headcount of the vendors is less than 10 employees, then they are not required to maintain the wage register under Form T. However, they have to maintain the wage register under the Contract Labor Act. This comes under Karnataka Shop and Establishment Act, not under the Contract Labor Act.
So we have Ganesh asking a specific query regarding the return. Single PF code and multiple centralized bank accounts are there. This is very specific query, so we would like some time and then get back to you, Ganesh. Thank you for providing your mail ID. We'll get back to you soon.
Is there any other questions any of the other participants wishes to ask? Happy to take those up. I think there is one more that has come in towards the end. EDLI return.
Is mandated to fill. If the company has taken the exemption under EDLI, then they have to file the Form 7IF. Yes.
So the exemption from EDLI scheme.
No, that's what. If they have taken the exemption from the EDLI, they have to file under the EDLI returns, irrespective of company has taken another life insurance for its employees.
Yes. But there are certain conditions imposed for this provident fund EPF authorities for this exemption. The primary condition for this is monthly submission of this form, and then regional provident fund commissioner is the proper authority to whom this form is to be submitted. That I wanted to add.
Sure. So I think this the question, you guys should research a little more on this question and provide part of the FAQs. You need to add on to this once you've researched it. Add on to the FAQs and answer it a little comprehensively after due research. There are two other questions. I think one other question that Ganesh had asked. Okay, there was one more new question that has come in. KYC bank account approval process in EPF employer portal.
We will take this question, Utya. Currently, we need to do little research on this, and then we will respond to this.
Sure.
Also regarding the Maharashtra Shops and Establishment Ordinance and Telangana Shop and Establishment, we have to go through the changes and then we'll get back to you about the major impact that has happened on various industries.
I don't think the question pertains to the month of September per se, but I think it's a very relevant question. You guys should
notification. Sorry for the interrupt. Since this notification has been released in the month of October, we have not covered the Maharashtra Shop and Establishment Ordinance and Telangana Shop and Establishment Act 1988. However, Virupaksha, we will respond to your query via mail.
Let's give another couple of minutes in case someone else raises any other questions. Else, we can call it a day. In the meantime, anyone else who's not receiving our newsletters, our notifications, please feel free to use the chat window and put in your email IDs. We would be happy to share our collaterals and all. We will also be doing, we have already planned out 3 more webinars. One is a fireside chat and 2 more webinars, which will be led by one of our board members, Mr. Madhu Damodaran, in the months of October and November. So these are already in the pipeline. So if you wish to be part of those webinars, please do add your email IDs on the chat so that we can share the invites across with you. There's one more question, EDLI exemption and filing challan generation.
We will take this question, Nitya, and we will respond through mail.
Sure. Okay. Vijay's email ID, Virupaksha, Vijay's email ID is obviously there in the mailing list. I'm sure Vijay would be getting it. If not, we'll again re-add. Havyas and Yashashri, please take note of this.
Yeah.
I think we are not getting too many other questions. We'll end the webinar at this time, since there are not too many questions that are coming through, and we've taken note of all the email IDs that are coming in. Please feel free to drop in a line to your respective account manager or your SPOCs, whoever is working with you with your email ID, and we will manually add that to our mailing lists. I would like to thank both Havyas and Yashashri for doing the research and setting this up. We hope to have more participants and better much more questions in the next few webinars. This will happen on a monthly basis. So thank you so much, Havyas. Thank you so much, Yashashri. Thank you to Dheeraj and Rishi from the marketing team for setting this up. Quick, there's another question that has come in. Havyas, just have a look and see if you want to quickly address that. Again, please do not give any question that you are not sure, answers to any question that you're not sure of. Let's take time to answer it, but please do make note of the question.
Sure. Okay. This question also we have noted, and we will respond via mail.
Sure. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Have a great weekend. Have a great Diwali. We look forward to seeing you all in our next round of Labour Connect. Thank you so much for joining in.